Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Rayleville Enterprises here, and welcome back to Miracle Awesome and Rayleville Enterprises. Today, I'll be giving you a preview of Godzilla Unleashed. For this one, I will be going into training to give you the preview. And in Brawl is where all the fights go down. So to start things off, we will go to training. So, for this game, there are 4 teams of monsters. Starting with the Earth Defenders, we have the King of Kaiju himself, Godzilla. Along with Godzilla in the Earth Defender squad, we have Anguirus. Mothra, start as Larva, finish as the giant flying moth herself. Baragon. And after Baragon, we have Fire Rodan, and the fastest of the Earth Defenders. And along with the Earth Defenders, we have King Caesar, who first appeared in Godzilla's 20th anniversary movie, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. And we also have Varan, the Unbelievable, who looks like a giant reptilian monster, but the wing membrane of a flying squirrel. And here we have the GDF, which is short for Global Defense Force, which are an army of military robots who are built to save and protect the planet from monster attacks. To put things through, we have Kiryu, aka Mechagodzilla 3. Mogira, the fastest and most weaponized monster. Jet Jaguar, a humanoid-looking robot who helped Godzilla destroy 2 aliens. Mecha King Ghidorah, the robotic cyborg Earth-protecting version of King Ghidorah. And Mechagodzilla 2, which, in coincidence, Mechagodzilla 2 is actually a rebuilt Mechagodzilla from the remains of Mecha King Ghidorah. And here we have mutants and aliens. Starting off on aliens, we have Gigan, the 3-sailed buzzsaw terror. Megalon, the giant bomb-spitting bug with drills for hands. Orga, the strongest attack fighter through the game. We even have King Ghidorah, the Vortex's most prized monster. And Mechagodzilla 1. The first Mechagodzilla, but this one was rebuilt by space apes from a planet that was sucked into a black hole. Well, if any of you are Godzilla veterans, you probably know Mechagodzilla's creator's backstory, of course. And now we come to the mutants, starting with Space Godzilla, the mastermind behind Earth's destruction and the mastermind behind the Power Surge crystals. We have Destroyer. Along with him, Biollante, half human, half plant, half monster creation. Technically, Biollante is actually a monster that's been injected with with monster DNA, plant cells, and the body of Dr. Shiragami's daughter, from Godzilla vs. Biollante. And also we have Titanosaurus, who is controlled by Dr. Mifune, who teamed up with the alien apes to destroy the planet with Mechagodzilla back in 1975. Also, we have Megaguirus from 2000's movie Godzilla vs. Megaguirus. But we also have 2 other monsters present in the mutant faction. There is Crystalak, a monster created from the crystals themselves, and Obsidius, a giant lavatizing monster with no eyes, but still has the mouth to spit fire. So for this training video, now that you've seen all the monsters, we are now going to be dealing, well, technically, I, King Draco, will be showing you how to play the game through this preview. And of course, next time, we'll be doing the first Smackdown in this game. For the monster I choose is Titanosaurus.
video on my channel about this game, but this is a true video. So you guys can do Smackdown things too.
So since this is a tutorial, and I'm doing this as a preview, for the future Godzilla fights to happen, I'm just going through the attacks so that way you know how to play this game.
Can they tell? Can you please tell them which one you are?
Well, as you already know, because you're seeing it, I am playing as Titanosaurus fighting Godzilla 2000.
So you're the red guy.
Correct.
So you guys get to see awesome Godzilla fights.
That's right. If any of you are Godzilla fans, be sure to stick around, because next time we'll be doing the real deals.
So if you guys give me any comments, I can ask my boyfriend and see if he could do what kind of monsters you want to see fight. And we can make that video when I come to see him in November.
Indeed. Therefore, we'll be having one-on-one Godzilla fights.
Was that cool or what?
Well, I'm pretty sure the viewers would see me otherwise, because one time Godzilla and Mechagodzilla 1 tried to do that, they both lost.
Excuse me. Wow.
And therefore, there you have it, folks. That was the preview for what you'll see of the Godzilla Unleashed Smackdown fights.
So please leave comments down below and see who you want to see in the Godzilla Mega Smackdown. Or Godzilla Smackdown.
And of course, I will show you the environments now of where you can have these fights. The fight locations are Sydney, Australia, which unfortunately is a city that looks like a giant ice age area. We have San Francisco, the land of earthquakes.
And the Golden Gate Bridge.
Which is completely wrecked by the earthquakes, because the bay of San Francisco Bay is pouring in like Niagara Falls. Osaka, Japan, covered in a toxic green gas that humans cannot breathe through, but the monsters can. London, United Kingdom. This city, of course, is floating in the sky due to an anti-gravity vortex. So technically, we'll be floating in the sky in the city. Monster Island. This is where all the monsters on Earth live. And of course, this is where you'll start if you're an Earth defender in the game. Which technically, when you get this game and start the first story, you'll be given Godzilla, Anguirus, and Rodan. And this is where you'll be starting.
Good.
Seattle, Washington. And no, we're not talking about Washington, D.C., because that's the capital of the United States. The town of Seattle is in a province called Washington, or I'm technically wrong, but this, of course, is the world's largest volcano. Where, of course, if fighters walk in the lava, they'll lose health over time, making it easier here to get KO'd. But if you're Obsidious, then, of course, you won't be KO'd so easily.
Cool.
New York. New York itself. That's right, New York, New York. This is where a giant crater is seen, and the city is in full nighttime. Which, of course, the city's in the dark, and technically speaking, there's a giant crater, which is where the giant asteroid crashed in New York City. Which, of course, is a full nighttime battlefield in the dark. Tokyo, Japan. And This place is flooded with a never-ending storm, putting the whole city underwater. And luckily, however, the water doesn't make it that bad for the giants, of course, because the monsters will be fighting all around the place, at least around the storm. And last but not least, the mothership. This is actually the Vortak mothership, but technically it's tilted to one side after crashing into San Francisco Bay. If you're an Earth Defender and destroy the Vortak mothership instead of attacking the monster, you'll unlock the mothership battle station, well, technically battlefield, and you can duel here whenever you please. Now that you've seen every single location, these are the locations where the monsters will be fighting. And also, here is the full roster of monsters. Starting in the middle square, we have Godzilla himself, the king of the monsters. With Godzilla, we have Anguirus, Fire Rodan, Destroya, Gigan, King Ghidorah, Megalon, and Kiryu. And therefore the others that you'll have to purchase are King Caesar, Mecha Godzilla, Jet Jaguar, Mogira, Megaguirus, Godzilla 1954,
Oh my gosh.
Varan, Mechagodzilla 2, Titanosaurus. And that was just the top up center and the left section. Over here on the right section we have Mothra, Orga, Mecha King Ghidorah, Biolante, Baragon, and Godzilla 1990s. And in the bottom center we have Crystalak, Obsidius, and the mastermind behind the Crystal Plague, Space Godzilla. So each of these monsters and the environments you just seen, those are what's going to happen in the Godzilla Unleashed Smackdown. So if any of you are Toho Godzilla fans, be sure to stick around, because next time we'll be doing Last Man Standing battles. Those with your favorite Godzilla kaiju, including Crystalak and Obsidius, though they were not seen in the movies. So be sure to stick around and like, share, and subscribe, and drop a question in the comments to see what kind of monster you want to see on a one-on-one Last Man Standing fight.
Have a miracle awesome day. Bye.
So long, folks.